For week 3, we read through Deuteronomy 28:15 through 2 Samuel 3:21. I'm sure that you felt God's heartbreak in this week's reading. All he wants to do is pour out his blessings on his children, but every time he does this, they rebel and cause their own destruction, kicking God out along the way. There is a common phrase in the book of Judges. It goes, "In those days, they had no king, and everyone did as they saw fit." This phrase is always accompanied by destruction. But the good news is that there's another common phrase, like we find in Judges 3:9. "But when they cried out to the Lord, he raised up for them a deliverer, Othniel, son of Kenaz, Caleb's younger brother, who saved them." This cycle continues to repeat over and over and over again. God blesses them, and then they turn his blessing into a curse by worshiping other gods. They then suffer the absence of God and experience the destruction that comes with that. And finally, they cry out to God for rescue. And of course, he rescues them and blesses them. You see, God's plan was to be their king and to have human judges speak for him. But eventually, the people stopped wanting God to be their king and demanded a human king instead. And as a reluctant father, God gave them what they asked for. Saul, the first anointed king, served God until his jealousy overtook him, and he became a terrible king. And so God raised up a new king in Israel, David, to establish his kingdom. Although imperfect, David is finally a man after God's own heart. For week 4, we are reading from 2 Samuel 3:22 through 1 Chronicles 5. Please pay attention to how the kings that the people begged for keep leading them further and further away from God, following their own desires instead of God's. However, there are a few kings who choose to follow God instead, and he blesses them through those kings. I pray a blessings upon you this week in your reading.